Hi guys, welcome back. Risings, my name is Rees Rose and I'm here to bring a message to whomever this resonates with. Let's dive straight in, okay? Let's go straight into the message. What do you guys need to hear from me right now? Blessings in disguise. Alchemy. Blessings in disguise, alchemy, and caged bird. Whoa. Blessings in disguise, alchemy, and caged bird. All right, so some of you guys, y'all are not stuck. All right, so maybe you're nervous right now. You could be in your head. Lots of swords. That's the first card that came out. Lots of swords. Okay, some of you guys could be air signs. You feel as if you're stuck. You don't know how to get out of your situation. You don't know what to do. You feel like a caged bird. That is in line with blessings in disguise, and the overall energy is alchemy. Okay, so it's like whatever your situation is right now, you may feel stuck, but honestly, it's God is giving you the opportunity to tap into your power, okay? The overall energy is alchemy. So maybe before you would not have known how powerful you were, how capable you were of creating the magic that you need to get yourself out of the situation, one, and two, to make a miracle out of it. You have blessings in disguise in line with caged bird. This will be a blessing in disguise when you go back and look, all right? When you look back, there you go. After everything unfolds and you're able to look back at how far you came, what exactly happened, you're going to realize like, wow, I was placed in that position so that I can activate this side of me, okay? There was a place dormant that lied within you that just was very untapped into, okay? You had untapped potential, and this potential is wild, all right? This alchemy that you hold within you, beautiful, abundant, powerful, like limitless almost, all right? So you would never have known how powerful you were had you not got into the situation of being the caged bird. Please know that this is a blessing in disguise. You're about to come out very powerful. It's about to be very powerful for you. Let's get into it. The Queen of Cups. Wow. They're saying to be gentle, okay? To soften your heart. Give yourself grace. I see this caged bird is it's like flashing lights. And that's in line with the blessing in disguise. And this sword sits right there, you know, with some crows sitting around it. So like you could really be in your head where it's like, yo, I'm stuck. This is dangerous. Like there's so many things that are trying to tell you like, yo, you're in danger. You're in danger. You have nowhere to go. You're moving horribly. You're not doing what you need to be doing right now. Everything is like there's so many pessimistic thoughts that are just surrounding you right now. I'm surprised the Nine of Swords or Eight of Swords or anything like that didn't come out. But the first card that came out in the tarot was the Queen of Cups. And they're telling you to give yourself some grace. Because I could clearly see that you are kind of like spiraling a little bit. With this caged bird, that's all you see is your cage. All you see is your cage. And with the caged bird, I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see, but every other cage that surrounds this caged bird, no one's in it, you know. That's because all of those cages are open. All of those birds have flown away. So it's like you're a little kid left on punishment, stuck in a crib looking outside the window at everybody else playing outside but you. It's like you're stuck in this place where you can't go anywhere and you see that everybody else has freedom but you. They're saying to give yourself grace, okay? This may feel like a very chaotic time, but only because you were focusing on the wrong things. Right now, what you are to be doing is grounding yourself in your alchemy. And if you haven't found your alchemy yet, that means you're not grounded yet, okay? When you ground yourself and really find peace and sound, like it's going to feel very calm. You're going to be able to have like a sheet, not a call, god damn, like a weighted blanket over your nervous system, okay? Where it feels like a warm hug and things are very calm down. Like that, all right? It's like you're putting that safety blanket over a nice big fire, all right? So I feel like there's a fire within you that feels very rushed. You're very anxious. Like, what do I do? Something needs to move. Something needs to shake. Something needs to make sense. And that's not how Source wants it to play out for you, okay? Because Source really wants you to tap into your alchemy, and you're not going to be able to do that with the panicking, okay? When you ground yourself and show yourself that grace, then everything can unfold for you. That's where the blessing reveals itself. Three of Cups, beautiful, okay? So yeah, there's a lot to celebrate. The blessing in disguise is going to be very beautiful, okay? It's going to be nice, fellowshipping, celebrations, high energy, harmony. That's what I'm seeing here. So it may suck right now, but only because you were focusing on your cage. You're focusing too much on the negative sides of your situation, of your circumstances right now. And we all have a story. We all have something that we could negatively focus on, but if you're grounded enough, that don't matter. Everything else will trump that. Your happiness, your grace, all right, your compassion, your ease. They're saying to get into your body, emotions, water, where the majority of our bodies are full of water. Okay, I forgot what percent. I think we're 90% water or something like that. But the majority of our bodies are full of water. Okay, so they're saying to get into your emotions. If you're focused on the negative, then you're not grounded in your emotions. Your emotions are probably running wild right now, and that's not healthy. Okay, that's not good. With your alchemy, for you to really tap into your alchemy, you have to be in tune and in alignment with your flow. Your flow, that's your water. Okay, your water energy. Maybe some of you guys need to take baths. Maybe some of you guys need to drink more water. Maybe y'all are drinking the wrong things. Too much sugar, too much caffeine, too much alcohol, something that's taking you away from your water element. And I saw swords here. Like I said, some of you guys could be air, or maybe you're just too deep into your head. Okay, that's too much of one side of the element. Okay, you're too deep in your head. Tap into the energy of water. Be in tune with your flow. Touch with your emotions. If you need to, speak on them. Okay, confide in somebody. Like I said, the Three of Cups is here. That's fellowship. You don't have to do this by yourself. Find those who are supporting you and speak your heart's desires. Okay, you'll find your harmony there. Oh, Ace of Swords. Boom, there we go. Ace of Swords says the overall energy, and honestly, it looks just like this Blessing in Disguise card. Look at these swords. Look at these swords. So you're absolutely in your head. But the good thing is it's an Ace of Swords, and it sits as the overall energy, so your mind will be getting a renewal as well. This is a breakthrough card. Ace of Swords, literally the cards of breakthrough, okay? This is actually making a lot more sense because I was expecting the Nine of Swords, but this is a lot better. I like this order a lot better. So yeah, like I said, in your head, and you don't necessarily have to be, okay? There's a breakthrough that waits on you on the other side, but it won't happen until you tap into your alchemy, okay? So you're very powerful. You're very powerful. You just have to demonstrate that. It's not enough to be like, oh yeah, I'm powerful. Okay, God, so where's my breakthrough? It's like, okay, no, I need you to demonstrate how powerful you are. It's like Hercules. Hercules knew he was a god, but you had to prove yourself, buddy. You had to go through several things and show up. You have to show up, all right? So yeah, it may feel as if everybody else is partying and stuff like that, but they're not you. They're not you. And honestly, they don't hold the sacredness you have, the power that you have. You are a lot more, I don't want to drag them or anything, but you are a lot more powerful and potent than they are. You, my friend, you hold strong energy. You hold power here. And tap into that, because that's the only way out. All right. Four of Swords, more swords, okay? But this is in line with the Three of Cups, and this is a card of relaxation, restoration, okay? Chill out a little bit. Breathe. Four of Swords, you're going to need to quiet your mind. If that looks like meditation, then do it. Whatever that looks like for you. But a lot of you guys, maybe you have too much time on your hand where all you're doing is sitting around and thinking. Get into your body. Do not allow yourself to sit there and replay these thoughts over and over and over, because nothing's changing. All you're doing is reiterating what your circumstances are. And it's like, okay, you told yourself that. Okay, we expressed that already. Okay, we already acknowledged that. Now what? Now what do you do? And this now what is you actually like showing up, okay? Show yourself some grace and like tap into your body, like alchemy. With alchemy, if you look at this card, it looks like you're about to just pull out some oils and jars and potions and stuff like that and get to work, right? Mix all that in a cauldron and be like, ha, I got the remedy. But no, you're not doing that. What you're really doing, your alchemy right now lies within your grounding. And your grounding is in your emotions, in your body, because your head up here, you're going to lose it. You're going to keep replaying the things over and over. You're going to lose it. It's going to feel uncomfortable. Let that go, okay? At least with this Four of Swords, Source is telling you to, hey, ground yourself, relax, breathe, okay? Because it's not as bad as you think it is. It's not bad at all, actually. You're just focused on the wrong things. You're focused on your cage. And where are we? Okay. Yeah, you're focused on your cage. And shoot, your cage could be nice. Your cage could be luxurious, you know, like decorate your cage a little bit. If I'm going to be here, let me make it comfortable. And it's not to say this is forever. This is absolutely temporary until you tap into your alchemy. But for while you're there, why would you make it a place of suffering? Why would you suffer in this place that you know you have to be? You're just adding to the suffering. That's not what you are to do, okay? So counteract that with relaxation, with ease. Breathe. Nine of Wands. Oh. The Empress and the Four of Cups. Nine of Wands. Excuse me, I've been going. Whew. The sun is actually breaking now. So now it is the crack of dawn, okay? It is the wee hours in the morning. Not usually a time that I channel, but I felt it on my heart to come on here and start speaking, all right? So the Nine of Wands came right after the Four of Swords because, well, the yawn that I just did, some of you guys are tired. I'll take that as a download. Some of you guys are tired, okay? Which is why you choose to panic, which is why you choose to crash out, which is why you actually choose to stress, all right? So it's just like, yo, I don't want to chill. I don't want to relax. I'm tired of relaxing. I feel as if I relax too much, nothing's going to happen. But that's not necessarily true, okay? I know that there's a saying, but I'm missing it right now. If it comes to me, I'll say it. I'm gonna leave it though. But the Nine of Wands though. So yeah, y'all are very strong, okay? Y'all are very strong, and you had to be really, really strong up until this point. But because this is a card of perseverance. They want you to persevere some more, okay? And persevere does not mean to keep putting yourself through the angst, because that's probably what you're thinking. Like, why do I have to sit here and still think about it? No, God does not want you to think about it. You're actually supposed to do something a little different. Get into your body. I don't know, stretch, yoga, meditation, workout. Do something your body will thank you for, not necessarily your head. You don't want to sit there and think. Anything that you have to do to think, let it go, because you're just thinking of the old and the same things, okay? I would say release this energy by getting into, like, you know, something expressive, but maybe you can, but I'm seeing not to do that either, because when you do that, you're just going to be expressing the caged feeling that you feel. Sometimes that's not always the healthiest, especially in the ways that you've been doing it. I see maybe some of you guys have been very expressive, but all you're doing is expressing the negative things. Revamp your mind first before you keep expressing the same things over and over. That's making you, like, lose it a little bit, okay? We have to start from the source, ground ourselves there, and then work our way up. You have the Empress right next to the Four of Cups. So the Empress knows that she is very powerful, but she doesn't go out there and chase. She waits for everything to come to her, okay? So you could very much so be an Empress in this cage, okay? The Empress lies anywhere. The Empress knows how to make something out of nothing anywhere she goes, all right? Anywhere she goes. You could be in the middle of no man's land, and she's still the Empress, and she's going to take that situation and win with it. That's what the Empress is, okay? So you're in a great position right now, because whatever your hand is right now, whatever your cards are right now, you're going to take that hand and win with it. But for as long as you follow this recipe, okay? You have to go in accordance to this recipe right here. The Empress is right next to this Four of Cups. So the Four of Cups, it's like you don't want to. Some of y'all don't even want to hear what I have to say right now. You're just like, whatever. It's like you don't want to. It feels, something about being in your head makes you feel a little better. Like, okay, if I just think about it, if I constantly have it on my mind, if I'm always, you know, it's like I don't know why I'm having a tough time elaborating right now. But the Four of Cups, it's like it feels a little bit more comfortable for you to have to figure it out. You feel like if you're in your head, you're figuring it out. If you let it go, you're not doing anything about it. A part of you feels a little responsible for letting it go. When I was like, you know, let it go, breathe a little bit, Four of Swords. You don't want to necessarily force swords it because you feel like, all right, well, that's irresponsible. How am I going to get myself out of this situation if I'm not working to do that? So that's the Four of Cups, okay? So it's like a little disappointment here where I don't really want to do that. I don't really want your advice. I'm not really comfortable with those cups. I honestly just want to be in my head and like, boom, here comes the cup out of the air, which is source, like giving you the blueprint, giving you the downloads, giving you the instructions, directions, and everything to do. And no. Okay, that's just not what's in the cards now. I mean, just straight up, no, that's not how it's about to play out for you. All right, so what you need to do, if you're feeling like a caged bird, do know that this is a blessing in disguise. Source wants you to calm down, ground yourself, and truly utilize the energy within, okay? Know how to do this from the inside out, from the ground up. And what I meant by the ground up is being rooted, being grounded, okay? Do this from the ground up, because you guys are trying to do this from the top and then go down. Like, y'all are very swords-ish right now. Like, I don't know what's going on. I know what I can do. I can overthink my way out of this situation. And child, no. That is not how it's about to happen, okay? Source wants you to do it the opposite way, from the ground up. So be grounded first and then make it to the headspace, because you will have all the clarity that you need by doing it that way. You guys are trying to start here and then work your way down, but you're not grounded. Transformation. Transformation is the soul's evolution. Beautiful. All right. So you guys are transforming here. You're transforming. Like I said, it's the blessing in disguise. Whatever your cage is, you're not there forever. This is absolutely temporary. You could feel like the caterpillar right now, okay? Where you're just on the ground, you feel slow and sluggish, and everybody else is flying like the beautiful birds or butterflies that they are. And you're like, I want to be up there. I want to be up there. But again, that's air, energy, air, okay? You're not there yet. And it's not to say you won't be, because what is inevitable in metamorphosis is that you will go from the caterpillar to the butterfly, okay? But you have to take yourself through the process. Do know that this is a blessing in disguise. You're transforming in a beautiful way, so that in the event something like this comes up later, you know exactly how to handle this, all right? You're utilizing your alchemy right now. Source wants to show you just how powerful you are and exactly where your power lies, and that is within. Like I said, I showed you guys the alchemy card, and it looks like y'all are about to tap into a whole bunch of rituals and potions, and really, that's not always what it is. You are the alchemist, okay? The energy and the potions, the rituals, the spell work, that lies within you, all right? You are the walking portal. So, yes, tap into the energy that is within you. And trust me, you will go far. All right? I love you guys so much. In the event that you are interested in a reading, you can contact the email listed in my description box below. Do allow up to 48 hours for a turnaround time, and I will see you guys on the next one. Bye.